Hey guys, welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're taking on what is arguably the most crucial and, yeah, definitely the most intimidating topic in English grammar, the 12 tenses. Look, I know that feeling. Staring at a whiteboard crammed with grammar formulas, it's completely overwhelming. But I'm making you a promise right now. We're going to have a totally frustration-free masterclass today. We are ditching the rote memorization and building a rock-solid logical framework instead. Whether you're just starting out or you're an advanced speaker trying to iron out those final kinks, this is absolutely for you. So, let me ask you something. Are you still memorizing all those formulas, but somehow you're still making mistakes when you actually speak? Are you constantly translating sentences from your native language in your head before the words come out? Trust me, it's a universal frustration. You learn the rules, but in the heat of the moment, everything just gets tangled up. And you know why? It's because we've been taught to memorize formulas without really understanding when or why we use them in the real world. Which brings us to this big, scary number, 12. 12 tenses. It sounds like a lot, right? It feels like 12 completely separate, confusing formulas that you just have to memorize in isolation. But guys, that is literally the biggest myth in English learning. These aren't 12 random rules. They're actually part of one beautifully interconnected system. And I promise you, once you see the pattern, you will not be able to unsee it. All right, so here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll look at the big picture. Then, we'll master the present tenses, navigate the past tenses, and predict the future tenses. After that, we'll tackle some crucial spelling rules, and we'll wrap it all up with the ultimate cheat sheet. Okay, let's jump right into section 1, the big picture. 3 times multiplied by 4 forms.
Right, here is the ultimate mental map for the English language. Think of it like a giant grid. There are exactly 3 time periods, right? Present, past, and future. And each of these times has exactly 4 forms: simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. So 3 times multiplied by 4 forms, boom, that equals our 12 tenses. It's that simple. The simple form gives us facts or completed events. Continuous means an action is actively in progress. Perfect means an action is completed before a certain point in time. And perfect continuous, that just focuses on how long an action has been going on. That's the whole shebang. Literally every sentence you will ever speak fits right into this framework.
So how do we actually use that grid? Well, you just need to ask yourself 4 master logic questions. First, which time is it? Present, past, or future? Second, what is the action actually doing? Like, is it a fact? Is it in progress, or is it already completed? Third, what's the formula for that specific situation? And fourth, are there any clue words floating around like always or yesterday to point us in the right direction? This 4-question method is a total game changer. It replaces pure memorization with pure logic. Moving on to section 2, mastering present tenses. These are all connected to now. First up, let's contrast the simple present with the present continuous. We use the simple present for established routines, general facts, permanent situations, like the sun rises in the east. That's just a solid fact. The formula uses the base verb, we'll call that V1, and we often just tack on an S or ES for he, she, or it. On the flip side, the present continuous is for things happening right this very second, or for temporary situations, like I am speaking to you now. For this one, we use am, is, or are, plus the ing form of the verb. Now, the really crucial thing here is nailing the difference between the 2 perfect tenses. They both connect the past to the present, sure, but their focus is entirely different. The present perfect focuses on the result or the quantity of a completed action. I have written 5 pages. Boom, the result is right there, it's visible. But the present perfect continuous, that focuses on the duration or the activity itself. I have been writing for 2 hours. See the difference? It emphasizes the actual sweat and time you've put into the activity leading up to right now. All right, section 3, navigating past tenses. Everything before now. I want you to picture a timeline in your head. This is going to perfectly illustrate one of the trickiest concepts out there, the past perfect. Think about it. When 2 actions happen in the past, how do we actually know which one came first? Well, we use the past perfect for the earlier past and the simple past for the later past. So check this out. When I arrived, the train had left. First, the train left. That's the earlier past, so we use had left. Second, I arrived. That's the later past, so we just stick with the simple past, arrived. It sequences the events perfectly for the listener. So what about the continuous forms in the past? Well, the past continuous is absolutely great for setting a scene, especially when there's an interrupted action. I was sleeping when the phone rang. The The sleeping was in progress, right? And then the phone interrupted it. The past perfect continuous, on the other hand, focuses on a duration leading right up to another past event. Like, I had been studying for 3 hours before I took a break. You're really highlighting the chunk of time spent before that break even happened. Let's push forward to section 4, predicting future tenses. Everything after now. The difference between the future simple and the future continuous is actually super visual. The future simple, which is just will plus the base verb, is basically just stating a fact, making a prediction, or deciding something on the spot. It will rain tomorrow. But with the future continuous, you really want the listener to picture you right in the middle of doing something at a specific time in the future. She will be traveling tomorrow morning. Like if you call her tomorrow morning, she's going to be sitting on a train or a plane. The action will be actively in progress. Now, let's see how this logic builds into the perfect forms for the future. And listen, these tenses are completely obsessed with deadlines. The future perfect is for an action that will be 100% finished before a specific upcoming deadline. I will have finished by tomorrow. You're essentially planting a flag in the future and saying, hey, before we hit this flag, the job is completely done. The future perfect continuous, as you might guess, focuses on the duration leading up to that future flag. By next month, I will have been working here for 5 years. It's perfect for celebrating a continuous milestone. All right, shifting gears to section 5, crucial spelling rules. We're talking mechanics and common mistakes. Let's rapid fire our way through this spelling cheat sheet. For the simple present, we usually just add an S. But if a word ends in S, SH, CH, X, Z, or O, we've got to add ES. So watch becomes watches. If it ends in a consonant plus Y, you drop that Y and add IES. Study becomes studies. When you're adding ing, drop the silent E. Make becomes making. And for those short, one-syllable words ending in a consonant vowel consonant, you double that last letter. So run becomes running with 2 N's. But hey, watch out for the exception. Never, ever double a W, X, or Y. Fix just becomes fixing with 1 X. Okay, here is a massive pitfall you need to avoid. Stative verbs. These are verbs that describe a state of mind, a feeling, or possession. Words like know, understand, believe, or want. Because they are basically states of being, they are not normally used in the continuous ing form. Because of how those stative verbs work, you just can't say, I am knowing him. It's simply, I know him. Now, look at these past tense mistakes. This is huge, guys. After the words did or didn't, your main verb absolutely must return to its base form V1. You literally never say, did you went there? It is always, did you go there? It's not he didn't came, it's he didn't come. You gotta lock that rule into your brain for good. And finally, section 6, the ultimate cheat sheet. It's time to master the formulas. So here's the ultimate hack for remembering all these formulas. You really don't need to memorize 12 random strings of words. Just remember these 4 unbreakable structural patterns. 1. Simple forms almost always rely on V1 or V2. 2. Continuous forms, whether they're present, past, or future, always use a be verb plus an ing verb. 3. Perfect forms always use a have verb plus V3, the past participle. And 4. Perfect continuous forms always use have plus been plus ing. If you know what form you're going for, the formula honestly just builds itself. Now, of course, to actually use those perfect tenses, you've got to know your irregular verbs. Think of the classic 3 columns to jog your memory. V1 is your base form for the simple present, V2 is your past form for the simple past, and V3, that's the past participle. Think of it as the VIP, the very important participle for literally all of your perfect tenses. You don't say, I have ate, you say, I have eaten. Getting comfortable with these columns, like go, went, gone, or eat, ate, eaten, is absolutely essential. So there you have it. 3 times multiplied by 4, form equals 12 tenses. By actually understanding the meaning behind the boxes in our grid, you can finally stop translating from your mother tongue in your head. When you grasp the underlying logic, whether an action is effect, in progress, or totally completed, you can just grab the right box instantly, and you genuinely start thinking directly in English. Guys, that is the real secret to fluent speaking and writing. I want to leave you with this final, empowering thought to take away today. Understand the situation first. Choose the time. Choose the form. Then apply the formula. You now have the master key to English grammar right in your hands. The only question left is, what exactly are you going to build with your very next sentence?